Hey, yo, what is up, everybody? It is the Young King Hitman and my co-host, Mr. Greg Dahl. And we want to talk about this trio, right? This triad, this three-headed beast, if you will, the Cerberus for the Dragon Balls, known as the Tamagami. Now we've seen all three of them. I want to break down what their differences are. It seems like they were made to have they're all, I guess, mature might be the word. Like I was
Yes.
hoping one of them would be
Seasoned.
childish, but
Seasoned. They're
yeah,
very
you could tell
grizzled.
they're
You know what I mean?
veterans. Yeah, I
Yeah.
like that. Yeah. And so I'm gonna ask you first, Greg. Naming all three, one of your main focuses was gonna be their weapon choice. Could you describe each one and what weapon they bear?
Well, third one had the hammer, which was fun. Hammer versus power pole was very fun. That's Tamagami number
Yeah.
three. Number one has the sword, which has like the serrated back edge. And then you got Tamagami 2, which has a trident, which is interesting being on that kind of planet with the Krakens. So I guess that's kind of in
Yeah.
theme there. We don't.
Which one do you prefer? I guess is which one would you say is your favorite aesthetically, or maybe just like I mean, we all got weapons of choice, right? Like Mutant
Yeah,
Ninja
it's
Turtles,
not
we
my
all got our
favorite
favorite
version of
weapon.
a sword. It's not my favorite version of a sword, I guess.
More of a
Um,
katana man, huh?
Yeah, honestly, yeah, or a broadsword. This is kind of like I don't know, it's multi-purpose, and it's maybe not my favorite style of a sword, but I mean, it's fine. It doesn't really worry me. I'm not, very picky with weapons. They all seem to have their fun kind of elements to them. The hammer being an inclusion is a good little way to sort of mix things up a bit between three different
It
weapons,
seems
and I
like
like to.
his is good, just gonna get the most use because it's the most,
Yeah,
non-blade weapon. So
or
it seems like he'll get
non-extension
the
kind of
most
weapon.
action.
The other two are kind of
Oh yeah,
extensions
that's
more.
true.
You know what I mean? So the hammer
Yeah.
being a bit more of a crash and bash him, and possibly maybe even more defensive. I'm not sure, but we haven't seen a huge amount of one and two at this point. Tamagami one and two. So
Yeah.
those yeah, the trident
He
and
keeps
sword.
trying
Where
to slash at Do so far. Like we're at episode
yeah,
11
okay,
as we record this, right? He's trying to slash at Do, and I figured they'd be careful with the violence, even though we've seen already, like before the series ever started, there was going to be blood. But it seems like obviously they don't want him just cutting Do in half so far. So, and then Vegeta, I mean, shoot, Vegeta got cut by the trident,
yeah,
right? He
yeah,
slashed
he
Vegeta's
got
cheek. So
yeah.
they're making sure we know these are deadly weapons.
Yeah, I'm curious to see. I mean, I guess they need to be pushed a little bit more for us to see how they really stand up. I mean, we're probably going to see Tamagami 1 get pushed. And honestly, Vegeta's probably about to turn Super Saiyan, bust out of that Kraken, and then put up a fight. But it'll be interesting to see whether the other two have that instinct to give up, like Tamagami 3 did. Especially considering they're versing very different kind of fighters. Whereas Vegeta,
Oh, I didn't even
obviously,
think about that.
you know what I mean?
Also,
Like,
Tamagami had the second phase, the battle, like the Wits phase.
well, not even that, but just
I didn't
even
even
how
think
they
about that.
fight. Like, Vegeta's probably more likely to win Tamagami 2 over as like, okay, you're better than me. And I know you're not going to kill me unless, I continue to kind of just give, if I give up, you just want
Ye-
the Dragon Ball. You know what I mean? Like, there's
Yeah, I
mercy in
did
here.
like their interaction to start. That was another
Yeah,
funny
it was
moment.
weird.
Like
Yeah,
the
that little like,
personality,
go
the
home to
jokes are
mummy.
coming out. Yeah, their jokes are coming out real quickly. But then he tightens up. He sees Neva. The fact that he recognized Neva was something I was like, I didn't think about, but knowing me, I would have
Yeah,
hoped
true.
about in
Yeah, I
advance.
didn't
He
either.
saw
Yeah,
Neva and he was like, "Oh, my fault, my fault. Let me.
and I should have too.
That's big homie over there. Let me tighten up. Let me act right, man."
Because
So that was really
Tamagami
cool.
1 gave him the bow in the early episodes as well. So
Yes.
I like that dynamic as well. That there's very much that. Okay, cool. Yeah, I will trust this guy 100% with whatever's going on.
Yeah.
But I do wonder whether, yeah, like that Tamagami 1 versus Do fight, whether he will give up and incite that battle of wits, because it doesn't look like Do will
Oh,
stop.
okay.
Will Do kill Tamagami 1
Oh, you're
mercilessly,
right.
like out like just because that's his nature. You said go beat him, so I went and beat him. He's not necessarily like he's not meant to be a sharpened axe when it comes to the wits department. He's just been told to go do something, and he do go do.
Yeah, I like that. So your theory that Do wins the fight and
I just think he keeps
Tamagami's one
going.
is like T1. Yeah,
Yeah.
or okay, so my now that you just said that, I think what could happen is Do beats him. There is a second phase where you have to, use IQ.
Ah.
and
Yeah,
Ku
right.
might step
Okay.
in, or for that matter, maybe
Yeah.
dude just fails because of that. It could because I
Oh,
know
that's
Neva
cool.
said
Yeah.
as long
Yeah.
as it's one on
Okay.
one, we do anything. So I don't know if that means you can swap and
Switching.
like
Yeah.
cheat a
Right.
little
Okay.
bit, or maybe he'll yell the answers to do. And
I like that
maybe the
because it.
flaw, because
Yeah. No, I
yeah,
like
yeah.
that because that reduces the chances of Tamagami One being killed, which I like
Yeah.
because I've
Well,
got
I
that
do think there's a
point I
chance,
want to talk
like you're
about
saying,
later.
Duke could just wrap it up and leave the Dragon Ball behind, like I was telling you T3 would have done.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. But
I'm all for keeping them all up.
yeah, me too. But that leans into my theory, and I'm glad that I'm less confident he'll die now. Is that whether or not we see a fusion of the Tamagami 1, 2, and 3?
Here we go. Go
Yep.
ahead. Go
Here we
ahead.
go.
This
Okay,
is
so
when you get in that mode.
I'm
Go
99%
ahead.
sure, and this will have to be cut completely if I'm wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure when they checked in that shop in the earlier episodes and they bought the fusion bugs and the stamina bugs that we saw in was it this episode or the episode before 10 or 11? In that shop where they bought the fusion bugs, it looked like you could do a three-way fusion going by the symbol. It looked like it had three individuals. So I'm wondering after all the Tamagamis are beaten, they do a bit of a you
You're
know
right. I
you
didn't even
know
remember that. I'm looking at it now.
you are? Okay, cool, sweet.
Yeah,
So
there's
I'm
three.
wondering if like they kind of come to help the good guys, Goku, Vegeta, and the rest. We end up getting Vegito possibly or whatever comes of that. But I think maybe the bug might actually be for the Tamagamis. And whether or not they fuse instead of like Gamma 2 sacrificing we're left with Gamma 1, I think we'll get a fusion of Tamagami 1, 2, and 3.
I am very much keen on that. And now that you've gone on, your brain expansion moment as we need every single week, this is what I'm here for. I have no response because now I'm in awe. So if it
What
happens,
weapon?
I'm definitely gonna have to
What
double
weapon
up
would he
on
have?
saying you were right.
What weapon do you reckon?
Oh, what weapon
Something
would he
new or
have?
like what would it be?
Imagine he just has his own power pole, like a metal staff.
Oh, dude, that'd be sick.
A metal staff. You could have nunchucks. You could have maybe develops like a shield.
I was thinking a shield.
Ooh,
It'd be
hmm.
interesting though.
That's a good question. Well, people, hey, yo, listen. If you guys think that they could have a super fusion of the three Tamagami, just name like Tamagami Zero,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah, nice.
they
I like that.
they have a specific weapon, or I guess just item extension, what would that extension be? What do you guys think your guess would be on something like that based on how the characters have come off so far? But yeah, I'm so curious to see what that fusion's personality would be like now, because 3 seems to be the most what's the word?
Gentle, almost.
Yeah, gentle, friendly, like real. He was like real cool about it,
Yeah,
but he was
yeah.
definitely intense. He had that button, and then 2 seems like he gives off the vibe of being like the older cousin or older brother. Like, oh my god, can you get out of here? Like, I'm not really. And then he
No, I know
sees
what
like
you mean.
uncle
Yeah,
pull up, and he's like, chill, chill, chill. All right, my fault, man. Come on, let's go hang out. Let's play ball. Like,
it'll
and then
be
you see
interesting to see them
one who's
interact.
very yeah, one is very nonchalant. One
Yeah,
is extremely business oriented. He's just there for combat. He's not really talking too much. He's just saying his little things here and there. So I wonder what they would look like personality wise. I like the fact that they're all different though. I was hoping they wouldn't be clones of one another. And then you
yeah.
see 2 uses his environment, which I think you could argue is an extension of his personality.
Oh, for
He
sure.
knows he's
Yeah,
with the trident, of course, Aquaman kind of vibes. He knows he's the king, or I guess I should say Poseidon vibes. He knows he's the
mm.
king of the seas on planet 2. It's obviously Namek like, and you get the vibe that he knows to use the water. He knows the Krakens are down there. He said he was waiting for Vegeta to come back up because he thought he was able to get away from the Kraken. Still got him back down there and made him fight a Kraken again. So we'll see how that goes.
yeah, yeah. No, it's been fun to watch actually.
Yeah, I like it, man. So if you guys have any thoughts on what Tamagami Zero, I'm just throwing something out there, would look like, or what a fusion of,
What weapon?
Boo
Yeah,
and yeah, oh, what weapon they would have, or what a fusion of Boo and Ku and Do, or look how I'm messing up the names.
they could go
Do and
Marchant
Ku would look
vibes
like.
and put like 4 arms on him. Go a bit of a Marchant kind of,
Okay,
and fight like
yeah,
that using all fours.
I could see that. I mean, oh, if he's just barehanded.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what I mean.
okay,
Like barehanded with 4 arms. I mean, barehanded with 4 arms
yeah.
and 3 weapons. I don't know, but like even just go full Marchant vibes and be like, I'm a grappler and he can punch you while
Yeah.
he like holds you and stuff
Like
like that. That'd be
I
cool.
forgot the name. It's that king in Elden Ring. It's
Oh, I
he
haven't played yet.
becomes Horalu. Yeah. Horalu. Y'all know what I'm talking about in the comments, man. So yeah, let us know what you guys think. I think I like this idea. We're spitballing right now. It's one of those episodes. It is the Young King Hitman. We won't hold you any longer. Remember to like, subscribe if you appreciated or enjoyed the nonsense we spit on this podcast. Greg, let them know one more time where they can find you at, man. Is it
Just just the comments below, dude.
YouTube,
I
TikTok,
have a channel, but
Instagram?
no, just the
I
comments here,
just
mate.
bother him when
And
I do that.
yeah, I love it. Our comments here, and find me on my own channel, I guess, as well. But that's a little bit inactive currently.
Okay.